Roy Sandbrook.
Let's talk about Glen Tilbrook and the Fluffers. Is there a website? I need a website. What's your website?
Yeah, glentilbrook.com. GlenNtilbrook.com.
On your site, is there a chat forum where fans can leave messages that you actually retrieve and reply?
I accidentally went to... There is a chat forum. I accidentally went there once.
Accidentally?
Yeah, it was by accident. I sort of went through a circuitous route whilst trying to find out what things about myself that were on the internet, and I got into this chat room. The first thing I saw was that Glen Tilbrook's no good. He's not even very friendly. Nick Harper's much better than him, and his hair's ridiculous. What's he doing? A man of his age should be more dignified. I thought, okay, well, fair enough. Actually, you're entitled to your opinion, but that's exactly not because it upset. Not because it upset me at all. Because it didn't. I have to say, honestly, it didn't upset me in the slightest. But I don't really want to know what people think in that sort of detail, because I just have to press ahead with what I think is right, so I think people can take, I think if I started reading all that stuff, I'd start taking too much stuff on board. And I did that once before in my life when I started thinking about what people would like me to do when I was writing, and that was the worst period of my writing. So what I do with myself now is just totally try to please myself, which might sound self-indulgent, but I think that's where the best stuff comes. It is from trying to. If you please yourself, you're pleasing your heart, and it's real. And then either people will respond to it or not. But I don't have any control over that. So once I've done it, it's gone.
Red Carpet Radio.
Roy Sandbrook.
Well, this is great. We're on the. I don't know whether to call it a tour bus or Glen's RV, but we're certainly on a kind of tour bus with Glen Tilbrook Squeeze, and now of Glen Tilbrook and the Fluffers. You've recently just come off stage at Beautiful Days. You thoroughly enjoyed your set.
I had a great time. Yeah, I had a really good time. It's a lovely festival. I drove here from I was at the V Festival in Chelmsford. And totally different, chalk and cheese. I mean, I love the V Festival. It's a bigger festival. And it's getting bigger. But I suspect this will get bigger too. And year on year, I bet it grows. But this is a lovely, non-corporate, sullied, pure festival, and there's something very nice about that. I really enjoy that.
It's great to hear that from you, Glen, because most of the other artists, Stranglers last year and Billy Bragg today, pretty much saying exactly what you've just said. Is the atmosphere backstage, chilled, and thoroughly enjoyed the whole of the Beautiful Days atmosphere.
Yeah, what's great about what's happening in Britain now is that there are more and more little festivals springing up. I played a few of them. What's great about them is that they have a unique vibe that it's very different to the bigger festivals. Bigger festivals are great for what they are, what they do, and I'm not knocking them at all. However, the little sort of, this has grown out of a community, the Levellers community, really, into something that's getting bigger, and it's just about people getting together and having a good time, and that is so valuable.
So we're sitting, is it on the tour bus, your own RV, or describe where we are, Glen, please, to the Tinternet Radio listeners.
Okay, Tinternet Radio listeners, we're in my bus. It is an American RV. It's home to me whenever I travel in Britain or Europe, and I love it. I love having the constant of my home around me. It's describing it to you. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It can seat 12 in the front bit. Then there's a bathroom bit. We never use that. We store guitars. We just don't wash. And then there's a double bed at the back. But of course, it all folds down into beds, and it's lovely. And it's like the Waltons. We can say goodnight to each other when we go to sleep.
Obviously, being in the music industry many years, you seem you're still enjoying it to the max, because you're driving your own RV to the festivals, you're putting the show on, you're getting back into the RV, you're driving on to your next venue. Big smile on your face.
I am loving it. Yeah, I think I'm very lucky that I love it. I think some musicians get fed up with what they do, or don't enjoy touring anymore, and I feel lucky that I'm not like that. I love playing, I really adore playing, and I think my band, the Fluffers, are the best band I've ever had. So, and I just so like playing with them. It's brilliant. And why wouldn't you enjoy doing this? I can't understand people who don't.
Well, it's quite a comedy act that you put on as well. I mean, when we saw you at Sounds in the Round in Birmingham, no problem. Within 10-15 minutes of you being on stage, you was off stage and in with the crowd, and you was getting them going, and you was getting them to sing your songs. And
Right. Yeah. I take what I do very seriously, but I don't take myself seriously at all. And I like to have fun with it if I can, but never entirely plan anything. So when I do solo gigs, I don't work with a set list, and now with the band, we've got to a point where we also don't work with a set list, so just sort of make it up as you go along and see how it feels. And I love doing that. I love that quality of not knowing what's coming next, and just being able to, judge from how you're going down what to do next.
Glen Tilbrook and the Fluffers, the way you ended your show, you laid all the instruments, including the drums, the keyboards, down onto the front of the stage. You lay down, that was the end of the show. What's all about then?
It just happened one night, and we really enjoyed it. We liked the idea of rock and roll destruction, but on a budget. So what we do is we don't entirely smash up our instruments, we just make it look like we have. So in the pictures it would look like we'd reached mayhem, but we actually do it in slow motion, so everything's perfectly safe.
Superb. Glen Tilbrook, I'd like to thank you very much for taking time out, and do you have a message for the masses?
If you want to find it, it's on Tinternet.
Red Carpet Radio.
RedCarpetRadio.com.
Your better
music internet station.
Roy Sandbrook.
Roy Sandbrook.